Today I'm reviewing my Micro Iside from VALEXTRA. Hello friends! If you're new here, my name is Paula and I post videos on handbags, lifestyle hauls, sometimes travels, but generally just your day-to-day life. If that sounds like a cup of tea, please do consider subscribing to my channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you! Thank you so much for coming back. So today I thought I'd talk about my VALEXTRA Iside in the micro size. And the reason why I'm doing this is that I put this to the test recently. I was traveling around New Zealand and this was my main bag. I did carry, a bigger bag sometimes to accommodate like bigger cameras, but for the most part, this was my main bag. I got this last April in Sekine near Shinjuku Station. And if you know me in real life, you know that I've been meaning to get one of these. This bag looks really small. Even in person, it looks really small, but it packs a punch. So up close it looks like this. It has that classic flip to the side opening, and then it just looks like that when opened. And inside it looks like this. Up close the hardware looks like that. And then on the sides, I still have the protective covering. On the sides, you have the strap mechanism. And it has feet at the bottom. It also comes with this adjustable strap. And it has 5 holes. I currently have it in the shortest option. This hardware, you just put it here and then you close the clasp. So it looks like that. Now what fits inside, that is actually what I'm most excited to share with you, because I was so surprised with how much this bag carried, considering again its size. And you would think that with its structure of being a little bit more angular, you'd have very limited space, but no, this was quite something else. So what I have inside are, we'll start with the smaller ones. We have my house key and my gym fob, a lip and cheek glow from Charlotte Tilbury, my business cards, a pack of tissue, a lip balm, my tinted lip balm, some mint, a power bank, my card holder, my passport, some antihistamines, and my EpiPen, which again, I can't go anywhere without. And then inside, it looks like this. So it's just one main compartment with a slip pocket here. I don't really use the slip pocket because it's quite small, but I guess you can fit a card in there. I don't really need it. Some photos on the screen of how this looks like against my body. I am 5'3", currently 25 weeks pregnant. I was 22 weeks to 23 weeks pregnant when I was using this, just so you know how it falls against my body, with the strap being at the shortest setting. So if you're taller, then there wouldn't be any issues because you have 4 other options to lengthen the strap. And then I'll get back to talking a little bit more about the bag. So to be perfectly honest with you, the Iside bag is actually part of like my triumvirate dream bag. So if you're curious, that would be the Brillant from the VOO, the Regent from Mona, and then this. So this is the last one in my wish list. And I think since I got this, I haven't really felt the itch to buy anything else. I mean, I've probably bought like a couple of other bags that are more contemporary, but this really scratched the bag itch for me. And at first, I thought that I'd only be able to use this for more formal events because of the size and because of the way it looks. It does look a little formal because of its shape and its structure and even the way the hardware is designed. And I managed to do that. I managed to use this in a formal event last June. I don't think I was able to give this bag justice because, again, it was a formal event. At that time, I really felt like this bag could do so much more. So when we went around New Zealand, I figured, let's put it to the test. I mean, if it doesn't work out, I can always just use the bigger bag that I brought with me. But I'm so glad that it did, because this will now be the bag that I will forever associate with that October 2025 trip to New Zealand with my family. So aside from the fact that it carried a lot of things, I love the fact that the leather is so hard wearing. I do wear a lot of dark colored clothes, and I was particularly concerned about the color transfer, so before using this, I did use Carbon Pro. It did not stop the color transfer, unfortunately, so there are some areas here that do have like flecks of black, but that's my fault, right? I mean, for the most part, there's always a risk of having color transfer when you use a lighter colored bag quite extensively, particularly traveling. Obviously, when we were traveling, it required going through screening and whatnot. I obviously had to put this in the tray for x-ray, and I know some of you might find me annoying for being okay with doing that, but you know, that's just part of traveling, right? I knew the risks, I knew what I was going to subject this bag to, and I'm glad that it passed the test. Again, I didn't have to worry about it. I loved how it looked, and I loved how it photographed, and I loved how much utility there is to this bag. Got a lot of use out of it. Didn't really baby it while I was there, and it's perfectly fine. I've cleaned it up so it's not as obvious as it was while we were there, but yeah, I don't really mind when I use this. It's against my body anyway, so for as long as like everything else is fine, then it's fine for me. When I bought this, I was warned that I had to be careful with opening it because there are potential areas for creasing, and that would be here, if you notice. Right there, so it'll dimple in these areas. But I think for bags of this shape and of this leather, that is a known risk anyway. So if you're quite alright managing that, then it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Also, this comes in a lot of colorways, so if you're not comfortable with a lighter colorway, then that's fine. You can just choose a darker one. When I first saw the ISIDE in person, I remember wanting it in the, I forget the name of the colorway, I'll put it somewhere on the screen, but it's in this red plum shade, which is typical of me because I really do gravitate towards that colorway. But I knew this colorway is their signature colorway, and when I found this in Sekine at the price that I did, I just knew I had to get it. So yeah, this is my ISIDE from VALEXTRA. If you have any questions about the bag, or if you would like me to do a deeper dive into any of the segments that I talked about in this video, please do comment it down below and I'll try my best to get to them. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching, and until next time, bye!